This is Mari Lane on the Buying Space channel. Today I'm reading in the book of Matthew. I'm doing a series on Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which basically cover the birth, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Last time I read Matthew chapter 26, 17 through 30, which is the Last Supper. Chapter 26 of Matthew is very lengthy, but it's very important. It's at the time right before Jesus is taken and imprisoned and judged by man, which is ironic because he's the Son of God and he's the one who will judge us. And we are in verse 31, which is the section that Jesus predicts Peter's denial. On the way, Jesus told them, "Tonight, all of you will desert me, for the scriptures say, God will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I have been raised from the dead, I will go ahead of you to Galilee and meet you there." Peter declared, "Even if everyone else deserts you, I will never desert you." Jesus replied, "I tell you the truth, Peter. This very night, before the rooster crows, you will deny 3 times that you even knew me or know me." "No," Peter insisted. "Even if I have to die with you, I will never deny you." And all the other disciples vowed the same. Starting in verse 36, Jesus prays in Gethsemane. Then Jesus went with them to the olive groves called Gethsemane, and he said, "Sit here while I go over there to pray." He took Peter and Zebedee's 2 sons, James and John, and he became anguished and distressed. He told them, "My soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me." He went on a little further and bowed his face to the ground and praying, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup of suffering be taken away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine." Then he returned to his disciples and found them asleep. He said to Peter, "Couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? Keep watch and pray, so that you do not give in to temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the body is weak." When Jesus left them a second time and prayed, "My Father, if this cup cannot be taken away unless I drink it, your will be done." When he returned to them again, he found them sleeping, for they couldn't keep their eyes open. So he went to pray a third time, saying the same thing again. Then he came to the disciples and said, "Go ahead and sleep. Have your rest. But look, the time has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Up, let's be going. Look, my betrayer is here." Jesus knew what was going to happen to him from a very young age. And even the years he spent with the disciples, they didn't understand. All he had told them, all the parables, all the words, and they still didn't get it. They were still asleep. How awake are you? Do you know Jesus died for you on the cross, suffered greatly on the cross and died, and he rose from the grave to prevent you from having to make sacrifices on an altar, to prevent you from going to hell. Please ask Jesus into your heart. He did this for you. He suffered for you. He suffered alone because they didn't understand. Most people still don't understand. I'll see you at my next reading.